6 DIY projects, 10 million views, comments saying genius. Problem is, physics never got the memo. And sometimes safety took a day off too. Let's check this out. First up, we've got a truly monumental build. You guys asked me to break this down in the comments, so here we go. This guy with solid skills built a wind turbine from square tubing, PVC, and 2 washing machine motors. The metalwork alone gets a thumbs up from me, no question. But as always, there are a couple of issues. Alright, first, that tail. Lots of people in the comments laughing, why does a vertical wind turbine need a weather vane? It catches wind from any direction anyway. Usually, yeah, that's the whole point of vertical turbines, but this is a special case. Look closer. There's a V-shaped shield up front. That's a deflector. Vertical rotors have a problem. Wind pushes on both the blade doing useful work and the blade moving against the flow. That creates parasitic drag. This shield blocks the parasitic zone and redirects accelerated airflow straight onto the working blades, actually boosts efficiency. So the tail here isn't some rudder on a train, it's a required part of the aiming system. Interesting solution, the homemade slip ring mechanism. Though I'd definitely add some weatherproofing with a shroud. But what I'd absolutely replace? The blades. Outdoors you need UV-resistant material. PVC pipe is not gonna like that. Cherry on top? The electronics. You've got to be kidding me. He put a charge controller for solar panels on a wind turbine. How this blue box works? Battery hits 100%, it opens the circuit. For solar, that's fine. But a wind turbine loses electromagnetic braking when you disconnect the load, and in strong wind, it can go into uncontrolled runaway. It's like taking the brakes off a bike going downhill. I'd rip that solar controller out and install a proper wind one with dump load to a heating element. Battery's full, current goes to the heating element, which could heat an outdoor shower, and the generator acts as a brake for the blades. Overall, at least this one actually works. That's rare around here. If the last guy understands aerodynamics, our next hero decided physics ends at the bathroom door. Basement plumber and his toilet unclogger. Piece of washing machine hose, plastic bottle taped on with electrical tape. Dump in baking soda, pour vinegar, wait for a miracle. But naturally, nothing happens. Why this won't clear jack? When baking soda reacts with vinegar, you mainly get water, carbon dioxide, and salt. Basically, the vinegar just neutralizes the baking soda. Since we've got a blockage below and a leaky bottle above, the gas obviously takes the path of least resistance, upward. If the guy expected gas to blast through the clog, that's not happening. Same story with any chemical action. A regular old-school plunger creates a sharp pressure differential and fluid pulsation that mechanically shakes apart and destroys the clog. This? Just a foam party for a pretty shot. Oh wait, forgot about the hose itself. Toilets have a P-trap with a bend. Start shoving that soft corrugated hose in there, it'll just accordion up and obviously never reach the blockage. If there's no cleanout access or stack access with a serious clog and no specialized equipment, you're pulling the toilet and clearing it with a proper auger. That's the brutal truth. Next up, hardcore DIY from scrap metal, an electric trench digger. Right off the bat, this guy's a legend. Ingenuity at 200%. Powerful induction motor, jack frame, chain, teeth cut from an old shovel, and auto feed from a wiper motor. Looks brutal. Alright, that's the honey. Now here's the tar. Let's dissect the fatal flaws of this Frankenstein. Flaw 1. He hammers the sprocket onto the shaft and just welds it. Keyway? Shear pin? Nope, never heard of it. Factory equipment always has a shear bolt or friction clutch. Why? This chain catches a solid root or brick underground, locks up solid. But the rotor keeps spinning, and that impact won't be gentle. Here's what I'd do. The shaft has a slot. Mount a flange with a key. Weld a mating flange to the sprocket. Bolt them together with a soft steel bolt. Hits an obstruction? Bolt shears. Chain's intact. Motor buzzes away unloaded. Swap the bolt in 1 minute and keep going. Flaw 2. Old shovel steel is high carbon. Spring steel 65G or rail steel. The guy's welding it cold with a regular electrode to chain that's also hardened. Absolutely not, you can't do that. First time it hits rocks hard, those teeth will start popping off left and right. Instead, buy a handful of master links for the chain. Take the removable link plate and carefully weld a tooth from mild steel to the plate. Just snap the links into the chain. Done. Main chain never saw any welding. Mild steel teeth will bend on rocks instead of breaking. Tooth wears out, just replace the module. And another thing, motors spinning over 1000 RPM, direct drive. Chain speed is insane. It's not cutting layers, it's just pulverizing soil into dust. You need to gear it down. And weld a piece of sheet metal on top so dirt doesn't fly in your face and all over the motor. From the iron Frankenstein to pure magic, get your 8th grade physics textbooks ready. Induction heater electrolyzer made from a 60-watt motor stator and a tin can. Stuck in a magnet, poured salt water, tossed in a rusty tool, water bubbles, rust supposedly comes off. Sounds genius, right? Now watch closely. This is complete BS. For effective induction heating of thin metal in your garage, you need high frequencies from 20 kilohertz. At 50 Hz from the wall outlet, without a powerful transformer and magnetic core, you're getting squat. Rust removal with a magnet in an alternating field? That's a circus. Electrolysis works on DC, and the part must be connected to negative with a wire. I haven't encountered wireless electrolysis yet. Need induction? Buy a ready-made ZES driver and powerful power supply. Need electrolysis? Get a power supply, even a PC supply at 12 volts. Must put a current limiter in the circuit, like a powerful automotive incandescent bulb. Use washing soda, because salt solution releases chlorine. Negative to the part, positive to a sacrificial anode, and everything works properly, no fairy tales. Nice try. Physics still wins. What about chemistry? Restoring an old sealed battery. Cracked open the case, rinsed with baking soda and vinegar, then water, sealed with hot glue. Works? Sort of, but only at first glance. Look, baking soda and acid is doing you a disservice. You get a neutralization reaction producing useless salt. Vinegar with lead gives lead acetate. You're literally killing the battery chemistry with your own hands. Plus, the plates inside are porous. When he rinses them with clean water, that water stays in the pores. Pour in old electrolyte, it gets diluted by that water. Black sediment? That's lead dioxide, active material from the plates. Means they're already toast. And hot glue on the lid? That's the finish. When charging, electrolyte heats up, hydrogen releases, and here everything's sealed tight. And protect those terminals after tightening with proper dielectric contact grease or technical Vaseline, not WD-40. Restoring old sealed batteries by rinsing is an anti-scientific lottery that'll finish off the chemistry for good. Want to try restoring it? Get a smart charger with desulfation pulse mode. No baking soda. If the smart charger doesn't help, recycle the battery and buy new. No miracles. After those acid baths, you'd want some fresh air, but nope. Next, headlight restoration. Guy makes a polishing disc from corrugated cardboard for an angle grinder, rubs the headlight, then blasts vapor from a homemade cup with blue liquid, and everything shines. Alright guys, let's look at the facts. First, angle grinder does 11,000 RPM. Cardboard glued with superglue can fly off from centrifugal force and smack you in the face pretty good. Headlight plastic starts to melt and soften at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. At those insane speeds, dry friction doesn't polish, it just burns the plastic. Second, that blue liquid looks like dichloromethane, powerful solvent, and this genius boils it with a heat gun 3 feet from his face without ventilation. That vapor just chemically melts the top layer. It won't fill deep scratches from the cardboard. The guy trashed the first headlight with cardboard and grabbed another one, kindergarten stuff. This only works with wet sanding by hand through a soft block, or at most with a DA sander, decreasing grit, no angle grinders. Then, degreased, must wear a proper respirator and spray with clear coat outdoors or in a booth with strong ventilation. Done. Clear coat fills micro scratches and provides UV protection.
So there you have it, folks. Use your brain and keep your fingers. Write in the comments or Telegram what to check next time. Subscribe so you don't miss the breakdown, and thumbs up. Good luck and stay safe.